All right, so if you're a parent in Port Moody, you know this day is coming. The day your kid gets that learner's permit. And it's a feeling, right? It's a mix of pride, excitement, and let's be real, a whole lot of anxiety. I mean, you've taught them so much, haven't you? How to be a good person, how to work hard. You even taught them to look both ways before they cross the street. But are they really ready for the driver's seat, for those split-second decisions that, well, that change everything? Because let's face it, learning to drive here in Port Moody, it's a completely different ballgame. This isn't just about passing some test. It's about surviving and thriving on our local roads. Which brings us to what we're calling the Port Moody Gauntlet. And yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's this unique set of challenges that every single new driver in our town is going to have to face head on. Just think about it for a second. You know what I'm talking about. Those crazy steep hill starts on Clark Road or Guilford Way? Or how about trying to merge onto Barnett Highway when it's just dumping rain? You've got the busy rail crossings on Murray Street, that thick coastal fog that just appears out of nowhere on St. John's. We go from quiet residential streets to heavy industrial zones in a heartbeat. It's a lot for us to handle, so imagine being 16 and trying to figure it all out. So you might think, well, that's what driving school is for, right? But here's the problem. Standard driver's ed, it's often not enough. It completely misses this really critical hidden issue. We're calling it the practice gap. So what is the practice gap? It's actually a pretty simple and honestly kind of scary concept. It means that even when our kids do everything they're supposed to, they follow all the rules of the licensing program, they still don't get anywhere near enough supervised practice time behind the wheel to be truly safe when they finally go out on their own. That's the gap. And you won't believe how big this gap is. It is absolutely staggering. You've got the experts, right? They're saying new drivers need between 70 and 120 hours of supervised practice, minimum. But what's the reality for most families here in BC? We're talking 20, maybe 30 hours. That is a huge, huge difference. It's a massive experience deficit. And listen, this isn't just some theory or a gut feeling. We've got brand new data from 2025 from the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine. And they say that teens with more practice time have significantly reduced crash, near crash, and risky driving event rates. It's not complicated. More practice literally means fewer crashes. The science is crystal clear on this. Okay, so if we know the problem is this practice gap, then what's the solution? Well, there's a driving school that has literally built its entire program around this very idea, around closing that gap. Let's take a closer look at the Young Drivers of Canada approach. So, are they any good? Well, just this year, in August of 2025, 4 different independent evaluations all came to the same conclusion. They called young drivers the benchmark for driver education in the entire country. 4 separate times. That says a lot. But what does that actually mean in the real world? Well, here's the results, and this is the part that really matters. Their graduates have measurably, and I mean they can actually track this, lower collision and conviction rates than the provincial average. They get in fewer accidents and get fewer tickets. That's it. That's the bottom line. It's the one thing every parent wants to hear. So what's their secret sauce? How do they actually do this? It all comes down to their special method called the collision-free method. And it's not just about, here's the gas, here's the brake. It's a whole system. First, you learn to spot hazards way down the road. Then you assess the risk. Next, you practice the emergency maneuvers to get out of trouble. And finally, you develop the cognitive skills, the brain power, to put it all together in an instant. And that cognitive part is really the game changer here. It's not just about your hands and feet. It's about what's happening between your ears. They actually use a brain training program called CogniFit to improve things like reaction time and impulse control. So they're not just teaching driving, they're literally training a driver's brain. It's about so much more than just nailing a parallel park. Okay, so they have the in-car method, but they also bring in technology to go right after that practice gap we've been talking about. And they've built a tool that's perfect for our kids who've, grown up with a phone in their hand. Just this past July, in 2025, they launched this thing called the Driver's Coach app. And basically, it's an AI-powered co-pilot for your phone. Its whole job is to make those practice drives with you, the parent, way more productive and, let's be honest, probably a lot less stressful for everyone involved. And check out what this app actually does. For starters, it uses GPS to log every single practice drive.
So no more trying to remember to fill out that paper logbook, right? It also gives real-time AI feedback, telling your teen if they're braking too hard or going too fast. It turns practice into a game with badges and achievements, which, kids love. And for you, the parent, it gives you real objective data so you can see exactly what they need to work on. It even simulates the ICBC test routes. Pretty cool.
And here's a really important detail. They made this app available to everyone, not just their own students. Andrew Marek, who's their Chief Growth and AI Officer, said the whole point is to make sure every single learner out there can get the practice they need to make safe driving habits feel like second nature. All right, this all sounds really good. Maybe too good to be true? Which, of course, brings us to the elephant in the room, money. What does all this cost? Let's just dive right into the numbers, because this is obviously a huge deal for every family. And we're not going to beat around the bush here. Young drivers costs more per hour, a lot more. You're looking at around $153 an hour for in-car lessons. Compare that to other local schools, which are in the neighborhood of $58 to $62. Yeah, that is a big difference, no question about it. So that immediately begs the question, what are you actually paying for with that extra money? And it really boils down to a difference in philosophy. The standard driving school, their main focus is to get your kid to pass the road test. The young driver's approach, their focus is on proven long-term collision reduction. It's a completely different goal.
So when you frame it that way, the price starts to feel less like a cost and more like an investment. An investment in a measurably lower risk of a crash, a much higher chance of passing that road test on the very first try. And you might even get insurance discounts that can help pay for some of that upfront cost over the long haul.
So if this sounds like the right path for your family, getting started is actually super simple. First step, your teen has to pass the IBC knowledge test. Then you pick the YDC package that works for you. You absolutely have to download that driver's coach app. And then you make a plan as a family to get in those 70+ hours of practice. It's a really clear checklist. And that really brings us right back to where we started. This whole thing isn't really about just getting a driver's license. It's about making sure your kid is actually ready for the roads here in Port Moody. So the final question really isn't about the money. It's a question only you can answer. When you finally hand over those keys, what's your peace of mind worth?